Hello everyone, it's Stars Discovered, and you may be able to tell that Thrawn is one of my favorite characters. However, I have not done a full book review on the first book, and I will be doing that in today's video, but it's going to be 3 parts. A no spoiler review, limited spoiler review, and just a whole full review with tons of spoilers. So please enjoy this video. My complete no spoiler review is on the screen right now. And for those fans who need, a little something to get into the book, here's a limited spoilers review that will maybe give you some excitement to read. Yeah, I know the excitement was only the last sentence, but I'm hoping everyone will read the book because it's very interesting. And now into my full spoiler review, which is going to have tons of spoilers in it. So if you read those 2 or just 1, now's the point where you may want to click off. Alright, to that review. Well, to start, Thrawn is like a genius. I mean, there's many places that you can see how smart he is, but in Star Wars Rebels, it just really shows how smart he is. Whether he wins or loses a certain battle, he always gains a bunch of information, and he learns more about his opponents. One instance of that is in Star Wars Rebels. Episode where they were gonna do a trade. They were gonna trade Hera's father for Hera, and then they were gonna leave. And then they threw the smoke bombs and stuff, and they got out of there. And a general command or something asked Thrawn, oh, should we try to get him with our TIE fighters? And he's like, no, let's let them think they've won the day, or something like that. So either way, he gains information. And I'll put a picture up on the screen right here. He studies all of his opponents. Now, I know a lot of Imperials do this. Some Imperials are pretty smart, but he takes the extra time to not only study the art, to see where they come from, to see how they live life and what their goal is for taking over the Empire. If they take over the Empire, what are they going to do instead of the Empire? And he's clearly showing to the world in Star Wars Rebels how smart he is. And I do want to say this because it's very important. I do not think Thrawn is dead. He's definitely not dead. And I know in the Mando, it said, where is Grand Admiral Thrawn? I'm really hoping Disney doesn't, end up showing that, oh, yeah, so Ahsoka thought Thrawn was, out there doing stuff, but he's really dead. I feel like that would be something they would do, but I think they have to. Thrawn's just so important, and they need to show how he's going to affect the universe. And it's going to be kind of everyone's wanted, more knowledge between 6 and 7. And I think Mando Season 3 is going to be it. And I think Thrawn is going to come in with, his fleet. And he's going to be the thing, right? And I know in the sequels they said that basically everyone thought the First Order was a joke. So I don't think they're gonna think the what Thrawn's doing is a joke, because I can't say Luke knows Thrawn because canon here. But Luke, I'm sure has heard of Thrawn, how smart he was, and maybe he's actually met Ezra Bridger. We might get that, Who knows? The Ahsoka show. Who knows? Who knows what it could bring us? But tying this all back to the book, Thrawn, it's the start for Thrawn. It shows how he can go from where we placed him in Heir of the Empire, and Star Wars Rebels and stuff, but like it shows him, right? Where he shows up in the galaxy. Well, not in the galaxy, but like in the core, or you know what I'm saying? Because he was in the Outer Rim, which I still haven't got to his Descendancy books, his whole backstory thing. However, I'm definitely gonna read it because I need to see how he got here. But he came in and he's just here to dominate, nothing else. He's not here to serve anyone. I don't think he liked even serving Palpatine. I just think he always has a motive. He always has something he wants, and he always gets it. Always. No matter how long it takes, right? He wants to take down Ezra Bridger, right? He wants to take him down. Who says he won't? Mando Season 3, we have a Ahsoka show. So we have Boba Fett show, which goes into Boba Fett's backstory, and then maybe we see like Cad Bane in the Boba Fett show. And then hopefully Ahsoka show. Let's say Ahsoka show comes out. It's definitely, I think it's going to come out before Mando Season 3. And and it's going to tie to Ezra. And then at the end, Ezra's going to tie to Luke. And that's how we're going to get all this information on Thrawn. So, I know this is kind of a book review, but the first book doesn't got too much information on it. It's more got, it's more the foundation. It's just there as foundation of Thrawn. Like everything is atop that book. But there's definitely the reason this is more about like the Thrawn in the future and Thrawn everywhere. So this is a book review, but it's just Thrawn basically. It's because this is hard to say, but there's not really anything in the book. You don't learn much. I mean, you don't learn. It doesn't add to the Star Wars universe as much as I would like it to. It shows nothing. Well, we get to see Vader at the end, which is cool, but it doesn't add any value in a sense because it just shows how intelligent he is. But Eli Vanto, he's irrelevant, right? And like the whole Night Swan thing and everything, it's not. Well, I don't know where. I haven't read Treason yet. Star Wars Treason, so I don't know if he's that irrelevant, but as of now, he's pretty irrelevant, so I don't think it's gonna lead to too much. But this is kind of a ramble here, but all my videos have been super short, so I figured I'd make one long one where instead of seeing cut up things, you just see my raw thoughts on one of my favorite characters. So there it is. Goodbye.